Dad, why do I have to go to bed? What happens when you die? Where do babies come from? Kids pre-K through first grade are inquisitive. So as a dad, you're going to field a lot of questions. Their brains are forming rapidly and they are constantly learning and exploring their senses as they observe the world around them. They want to understand it all, and they expect you to have the answers. Whether your child is just entering school or is already in the classroom, this is the start of huge changes in their mental development as they're bombarded with new stimuli, identifying colors, numbers, shapes, remembering names, and learning how to learn. They may show an interest in books, art, music, and storytelling. These are the important benchmarks of a child challenging themselves. Adults make about 35,000 decisions a day. At this age, your child will be making hundreds, if not thousands of decisions. It's important to encourage decisiveness. At this age, kids can only concentrate on one thing at a time, so don't overwhelm them with too many choices. The CDC suggests keeping it to 2 to 3 at a time. Decision-making is a new responsibility and a great learning experience. This should be an incremental process, depending on the age and maturity of the child. But for them, choosing their clothes, activities, and even friends may seem like big decisions. So if it's appropriate, let them. By the time your child leaves kindergarten, they should know all 3 primary colors and which secondary colors are created when the primary are mixed. They will also know what effect black and white have in darkening or lightening shades. Shapes are trickier. By 3 years old, a child should be able to identify some basic shapes. Circles and squares, for example. By 4 years old, most kids can count to 10, but they may not get them in order. They'll tell people their age and attempt to hold up as many fingers. Encourage them to develop this benchmark by counting things like toys, chairs, or people. They will know 1,500 to 2,500 words and use 4-word sentences. Language skills grow faster when adults speak normally, so avoid baby talk. At age 5, kids should know the days of the week and understand each day is measured in hours and minutes. They'll also understand size relationships and may point them out: taller, shorter, bigger, smaller, and so on. A child's interest in reading usually spikes once they enter the classroom where daily reading is part of the curriculum. This is an important part of the vocabulary development. There's no doubt that reading helps develop language and speech skills, but kids pick up vocabulary from different sources, including TV, movies, and conversations. And at this point, your child should have a firm grasp on personal pronouns. Girls tend to speak more than boys, and this most often continues into adulthood. For the most part, your child's speech should be easily understandable, but struggles with speech are common, and it's estimated that 1 in 20 kids may stammer or stutter. Often, these struggles are temporary, but it's wise to seek the expertise of a speech therapist. Most schools will be able to help with this. Some kids at this age worry excessively. Tension or nerves are markers for anxiety, which can manifest in social situations. Big changes like switching schools, a parent's job loss, or even a new baby in the family can trigger anxiety. Talk to your pediatrician about this. There are symptoms doctors look for and therapies that can help. You can also help your child by staying calm and reassuring them during episodes of anxiety. Kids will mimic what they hear, so watch what you say. Don't be too harsh if they use words they're not supposed to. It's best not to call too much attention to negative behavior. Your child's mental development begins at birth and it doesn't slow down. They are soaking up everything around them and are curious about everything. They crave answers and your attention. Do your best to give them both because they grow up fast, and before you know it, the questions will be, can I borrow the car? Can you give me some money? And can I go to a party on Saturday night?